I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for it.
Welcome back, my friends. Week 15 is in the books, and here we are, House Rules Fantasy Football Weekly Updates Playoff Edition. Happy Week 16 to those of us who are celebrating.
A Festivus for the rest of us!
And so sorry for those who do not.
I haven't celebrated Festivus in years.
But it's okay, because we still have football going for the next 2 weeks. Now, what can you say about this past week? It was emotional. It was crazy, just like holy guacamole. It was fantastic. But we're not going to dive into everything that happened in the NFL. We're going to focus once again on house rules. So let's go ahead and take a look at the week that was.
Tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances.
All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Tyr Does Not So overcoming Wingardium Leviosa. John putting up 120 over Cody's 109. Okay, so for Cody's team, he had 23 points from A.J. Brown, so I know that he was happy to finally start getting some receptions. He also had 15 points from his kicker Bass and 17 points from Jordan Love in that Packers game where they absolutely beat up all my Seahawks, which was very heartbreaking and tough to watch.
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
But it is what it is, because it actually helped me out with the Packers doing well. Anyways, John's team over there, 28 points from Cook, man. The Bills put on a clinic against the Lions, man. It was ridiculous. 33 points from Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then, 14 points from Bucky Irving. The rest of his team was kind of scarce, but like I said, those 3 stars came out, put up numbers, and John got the win. Congratulations, John. You will not be on the Toilet Bowl trophy this year, so congratulations on that. However, we'll get into what Cody's going to be fighting for later on. All right, so our next game is spoilers. Overcoming garbage time. The champ has officially fallen. Gabe put up 101. Vic put up 98 points. Very close game, but just wasn't enough. Over there for Vic's team, 22 points for Scary Terry, 17 points from Aaron Jones, and 28 points from the Chiefs defense. However, Brock Purdy didn't even get 4 points. Yikes. Hey, but Komet did almost get 2 points, so you can hang your hat on that. But just know that you are fighting to not get on the 12th place and have the Toilet Bowl trophy, Vic. So let's see if you go from first to worst, or if you're at least able to hold on to 11th place. However, Gabe's team, 22 points from the Cowboys defense, 19 points from Malik Neighbors, and 12 points from Rashad White. So congratulations on getting that win, Gabe. You also are not going to be in the running for the 12th place Toilet Bowl trophy. So congratulations. All right, now going into the real football.
And now, as Festivus rolls on, we come to the feats of strength.
Dr. Football overcoming 5 RBs. Mike putting up 132 points against Alex's 117. I know Alex is very upset about this, but that's the way she goes, boys. All right, so for Alex's team, Jahmyr Gibbs getting 25 points, 26 points for the Broncos defense, and then 16 points from his kicker, Aubrey. Even though with all those good runnings, he did not have enough to overcome Mike's winning team. Mike putting up 42 points for Devontae Adams, his best game of the last 2 years. I did not see that coming, actually. I was really shocked that the Jets put up those numbers. Packers defense putting up 19 points and then 18 points from Josh Jacobs. So congratulations, Mike. You are moving forward in the playoffs.
Happy Festivus!
And then Alex is going to be battling for the next seed down below. What is that? I think he's going to be fighting to 6th or 5th place. And then mine and Paul's game. Balls deep, 114 to Paul's 103. Now, this was very scary if you guys were watching it, because Paul jumped out on this huge lead at the very beginning, and then everything just kind of fell off from there. And then luckily Pitts did Pitts things and didn't do anything. So for Paul's team, Lamar Jackson, 36 points. Thomas putting up 29 points. Had my butthole clenched, okay? So tight. And then 12 points for Brees Hall. And then everybody else did not hit double digits. Amari Cooper putting up that big goose egg. Oh my God. With the way that the Bills played that game, I cannot believe that happened, but I am thankful that it did.
It's a Festivus miracle.
Now, over there for my team that pulled it off and came through with the victory, 30 points for Baker Mayfield. Thank you so much for showing up, Baker. 15 points from Jonnu Smith. And then, I mean, roughly 13 points for Jamar Chase and Jackson Smith and Jigba. It was just enough to get this win. Holy crap, it was so fucking scary. But hey, I'm moving on too. So
Happy Festivus.
So we're going to see what happens in the next round of the playoffs. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just hop right into the standings, which is now our playoff bracket. So we're going to look at the playoff bracket here. And as you can see, we're going to go with the consolation bracket first. All right. So Flinderella had a bye week. He is now going against John. So Tier Does Not So going against Flynn in the bracket for week 16. And then Spoilers going against Hawk 2 and 12, where Gabe and Brett will face it out. And then, of course, Wingardium Leviosa is going to have a bye week this week along with Garbage Time. And those two will battle it out to see who is going to sit upon the toilet bowl throne. Will our newcomer end up getting 12th place, or will Vic once again go from first to worst? Let's see. It's going to see how it plays out. It's going to be very interesting. So now going into the next bracket. All right. So 50 Pinball had his bye week, so did CK Cronies. Now we got 50 Pinball going against Dr. Football, okay? And then Balls Deep is going against CK Cronies. First, second, third, and fourth place are all the ones fighting in the semifinals right now. So we're going to see who's going to be battling it out for the championship game, and then also battling it out for third place to get a little bit of that prize pot. As we already know, Quay won most points for the year.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Congratulations. However, we now want to see who's going to be the champion and who's going to make its way to the final round. So this is going to be very interesting to see. Now, going into the bottom tiers of the brackets, this all have implications on how our draft is going to play out next year. We have 5 RBs and touchdown there, going to take a back seat this week, and then they're going to battle it out for 5th and 6th place going into next week. So everybody has some football still left in them. So very interesting to see how everything is going to play out. Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what our current projections are for week 16. All right, so our first game we're going to take a look at, as we already know, let me go ahead and 5 RBs, touchdown there, Garbage Time, and Guardian Leviosa all have bye weeks, so you guys get to sit back, relax, and watch the fun with everybody else. Flinderella is going against Tier Does Not So. Currently, Flynn is projected 112 points against John's 98 points, so we're going to see who pulls that out. Next game in the consolation bracket is going to be Spoiler versus Hawk 2 and 12. Right now, Gabe is currently projected 87 points, and then Brett is currently projected 96 points. And then we're going to take a look at Dr. Football going against number 150 Pinball. Quay is currently projected 109, and Dr. Football is currently projected 96 points. Now, as we know, Quay has eked out almost every win this year and just somehow miraculously got in. And then Mike has overcome him in the dark horse. He has snuck in there with just having like the luck of the freaking Irish. Okay, it's so crazy that Mike's been able to pull off everything and got into the playoffs, and here he is right now. He had most points last week in week 15 in the playoffs. So let's see if he's going to keep that up, if he can knock him off first place, or if Quay's lucky horseshoe is going to get pulled out of his butt again and he's going to eke out the win to go to the championship game.
It's time for the Festivus feats of strength.
Very interesting to see. And then of course my
Stone cold like a century or a week.
That's right, game of the week. As we know, Christian last year upset me. Well, it's more like my player got his dick broken in that last game, so I didn't even get into the playoffs. But still, Christian knocked me out last year to even have contentions to playoffs, and here we are. Christian's kind of become my rival over the past 2 years with what's going on, so we have a very tight matchup right here. Currently, Balls Deep is projected 110 points, and CK Cronies is projected 107. This is going to be a close game, and Christian and I have been going back and forth the whole time. We have the same record. We're very close on points, so this is going to be so interesting to see what happens. Can I either of us get into this championship game, or is one of us going to be fighting for 3rd or 4th place? We're going to find out. I cannot wait to see what happens this week. Oh my God. Urgh!
Until you pin me, George, Festivus is not over.
There's so much tension going on. But man, but congratulations to everybody who's competing in the playoffs. Remember, everybody, keep setting your lineups, hit the waivers. There's no giving up, because remember, how we seed for our picks next year depends on how your ranking is at the end of the season right here in the playoffs. So everybody's fighting for contention. And of course, our people in last place are fighting to not be on that total ball trophy, because remember, the champion who wins this year gets to name 12th place's team. And man, it has just been a crazy year. Welcome to playoff football.
Hey, happy Festivus, everyone!
Cannot wait. We got Christmas next week. We got a lot of big things happening. So we're going to have games going on next week. And I don't know, it's ridiculous. It's going to be really crazy how everything plays out. But anyways, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Good luck to everybody, except Christian. And as always, my friends, house rules.